Let's derive the relation between scattering angles in lab and center of mass system. Means here we will derive the relation between these two frame of references. So we will obtain here the relation between velocities, momenta and scattering angle in lab and center mass system. For this, we will consider the collective diagram of the final state of scattered particle in lab and center of mass system. So this diagram was already discussed in previous lecture and previous derivation. So I have taken this diagram as it is from that reference. So reference for this diagram is our previous lecture. I am not going to explain it again. Now, according to this diagram, if you observe here, suppose we are considering here this triangle. So in this triangle, if you observe these two vectors are here there is tail of one vector, this is head, and to this head of one vector there is again the tail of other vector, and this R1 is a vector who join the tail and head of these two vector. What does this means? Here I can apply the triangle law of vector addition. So you know very well the triangle law of vector addition. So this vector R1 bar is a resultant vector of addition of R1 dash bar and R bar. Means this resultant vector is addition of this R bar plus R1 dash bar. Means according to triangle law of vector addition, I can write here this resultant vector R bar equals to R bar plus R1 dash bar. So R bar plus R1 dash bar. Similarly, for this triangle also, if you observe, see here these two vectors, here there is tail and head, and again to this head of first vector there is the tail of another vector and head is in this direction, and this vector is joining the tail of one vector to head of another vector. So this vector will represent resultant addition of R bar and R2 dash bar. Means this vector will represent addition of this vector and this vector, that is R2 bar is equals to R bar plus R2 dash bar. So these two equations are come from the triangle law of vector addition. So I will call this as equation 9. We are continuing the numbers. So according to this equation, from this equation, these equations are equation for position vector. So according to them, the corresponding final velocities are, for this I will take derivative with respect to time and I will get corresponding velocity. So here dr1 bar upon dt will be equals to dr bar upon dt plus dr1 dash bar upon dt. And for this one, corresponding velocities will be dr2 bar upon dt equals to dr bar upon dt plus dr2 dash bar upon dt. And according to this, I can write here V, this is nothing but velocity. So V1 bar equals to capital V bar plus V1 dash bar. So these are notations. You are now well familiar with these notations. Let me call this as equation 10, and according to this equation I can write V2 bar, this is small v, keep it in mind, equals to capital V bar, only these are capital V bar, plus V2 dash bar. Let's say this as equation number 11. Now from this I can find, I have now final velocities, so I can find final momenta of particles, and those momentas are P1 bar and P2 bar. These are small terms, so I can write P1 bar as M1 V1 bar and P2 as M2 V2 bar. Let's substitute values of V1 and V2. What we will get? M1 capital V bar plus M1, I am directly multiplying, so I am writing directly V1 dash bar, and here I will get, multiply this V2 by M2, I will get M2 V bar plus M2 V2 dash bar. And here if we use this equation number 8 that we have derived in previous lecture, this is that equation number 8. If we use this equation, instead of these two terms I can substitute this value. So for M1 V1 dash I will have mu V bar, and for M2 V2 dash I will have minus mu V bar. So let me substitute it, so that I will get here M1 V bar. Now instead of M1 V1 dash I can put mu V bar, and here M2 V bar plus, instead of this M2 V2 dash, here there is negative sign, so I will get here negative sign minus mu V bar. So let's call this as equation number 12. So to obtain relation between scattering angles, we will draw velocity vector according to this diagram. So according to this diagram, how we draw velocity vector? So the velocity vector diagram can be drawn with reference of this diagram. So here we will just use this part, means this part. So by using this part, if we draw a diagram, now just ignore this part and focus on this upper triangle. So we are focusing on this triangle. Now in this triangle there are position vectors, and if I take its derivative I will get velocities, means the diagram will be same. So let me draw that diagram over here. So you can observe here I have drawn a similar diagram by ignoring this part. So what modification I have did, I just put perpendicular from this point to incident direction, means I have just put this perpendicular over here and I got right angle triangle. So this is the change. So here R1 position vector, when we took this its derivative, we got velocity. So this velocity is represented over here in this diagram. Similarly, R1 dash bar, if we took its derivative with t, so for this R1 dash, if we took its derivative, we will get the velocity. It is given here. And for R bar, if we took derivative, its velocity comes to be here. Now in this figure, if you observe triangle, let me call this point as point C. So if you observe triangle COD, COA. So in triangle COA, what will be cos theta? Cos of theta. So this theta means cos. Definition of cos theta is adjacent side upon hypotenuse. Now for this triangle COA, the hypotenuse is OC, that is V1. Okay, so hypotenuse is V1, that is OC, and adjacent side is OB. We will take triangle COB, means this whole triangle. Let's consider this whole triangle instead of COA. So for this triangle COB, now adjacent side is OB and hypotenuse is OC, that is V1. This means I will get, instead of cos theta, I can write adjacent side, that is this side. Sorry, this is adjacent side for this angle theta. So adjacent side is OB upon hypotenuse, means this side is V1 bar. And this will implies me that OB is equals to V1 bar cos theta. Now, what will be sin theta? Sin theta is what? Opposite side upon hypotenuse. So here again hypotenuse is same, means on denominator we will have V1 bar, and what is the opposite side of this theta? It is this, that is BC or CB. So opposite side is BC. So from this I will have here, I will write here BC is equals to V1 bar sin theta. And also if these two triangles are similar, means for triangle CAB also, for triangle CAB, the sin theta dash will be opposite side upon hypotenuse. Now here opposite side is BC and hypotenuse is V1 dash for triangle CAB. So opposite side is BC upon hypotenuse is V1 dash bar. So from this I can also write BC is equals to V1 dash bar sin theta. Means here instead of this BC, I can also write this equal to V1 dash. Here there will be sin theta dash. So V1 dash sin theta dash. Now these two terms are equal. And for triangle CAB, if you observe triangle CAB, again what will be cos theta dash? Cos theta dash will be, now cos theta is adjacent side upon hypotenuse, means AB upon V1 dash. So for this cos theta dash will be equals to adjacent side is AB upon hypotenuse is V1 dash bar. So V1 dash bar. So this implies me it will be equal to AB is equals to V1 dash bar cos of theta. Now here if we took ratio of sin theta and cos theta, that is we will get tan theta. So what is tan theta? Tan theta is sin theta upon cos theta. Now we have sin theta as BC upon V1 bar and cos theta as OB upon V1 bar. So I have substituted sin theta and cos theta its value. So here V1 will get cancelled and we got BC upon OB. But in figure, if you observe, OB is equals to OA plus AB. So from diagram, I can say that OB is equals to OA plus AB. OA plus AB. So what we got? Tan theta is equals to BC upon OA plus AB. Now we have value of AB and we have value of BC. So let's substitute those value in this equation. We will get here, what is our BC? BC is V1 dash bar V1 dash bar sin theta dash upon OA. Now what is our OA? OA is nothing but this length. So this is our V bar. So we will get here capital V bar. Plus, since I will write here OA is equals to V bar. Now here AB, what is AB? It is V1 dash bar into cos theta. In AB, here there was cos theta dash. It was a mistake by me, sorry. So this is theta dash that come over here, and this will be again come into this equation because we have put a value of AB. So this is the correction. Now here, if we took V1 dash common from numerator and denominator, what we will get? V1 dash bar sin theta dash. From denominator I will take V1 dash bar common. So I will get this capital V bar. Since there is no V1 dash, we have to divide and multiply, and then we have to take common. So on denominator we will have V1 dash bar plus here only cos theta dash will remain. So this V1 dash and this V1 dash will get cancelled, and we will get tan theta equals to sin theta dash upon V bar upon V1 dash bar plus cos theta dash. Now we will give some equation numbers to our equations. I will call this equation as equation number 13 and this as equation number 14. Now in previous lecture we derived equation 5, which was m1 plus m2 into capital V bar equals to m1 V bar. So from this equation number 5, I can write value of V bar as m1 upon m1 plus m2 into V bar. Also, we derive equation number 8 in previous lecture that I have written over here. This was equation number 8. From this equation, I can have the value of V bar. I can find V bar as m1 upon mu into V1 dash bar. And if we substitute this small V bar in this equation, what we will get? Let me write it over here. So if we substitute the value of this small V bar, this value here, we will get capital V bar is equals to m1 upon m2, m1 upon m1 plus m2 into this V bar, that is this value, which is m1 upon mu into V1 dash bar. But since we know value of mu, since let me write mu, that is reduced mass, is taken as m1 m2 upon m1 plus m2. But here we have 1 upon mu. So 1 upon mu will be m1 plus m2 upon m1 into m2. So let's put this 1 upon mu here. We will get V bar is equals to m1 upon m1 plus m2 into here we have m1. So we will get here m1 upon 1 upon mu is here m1 plus m2 upon m1 m2. So here this m1 will cancel with this m1. m1 plus m2 will cancel with this m1. Let me write remaining term, which is v1 dash bar. So what are remaining terms here? We have v bar is equals to m1 upon m2 into just v1 dash bar. So we got this equation for the capital V bar. Let me call this as equation number 15. So we will use equation 15 in equation number 14. So here instead of this capital V bar, we will put this value. We will get here tan theta is equals to sin theta dash upon, instead of this capital V bar, I will put m1 upon m2 into v1 dash bar upon this v1 dash bar plus cos theta dash. So these two terms will get cancelled, and hence here we got tan theta is equals to sin theta dash upon m1 upon m2 plus cos theta dash. This is very important relation, equation number 16, which shows the relation between theta and theta dash, that is relation between scattering angle for lab frame and center of mass frame. So the equation 16 gives us relation between theta and theta dash, that is scattering angle between lab frame and center of mass frame, and this relation is depend on m1 upon m2. Now we will discuss few cases for this equation 16. First case is m2 is very much greater than m1, that is m2 is target and m1 is projectile. That means mass of the target is much greater than mass of projectile, and its better example is proton electron scattering, where proton is m2 and electron is m1, that is electron is a projectile and proton is a target. So if m2 is very much greater than m1, this ratio m1 upon m2. Now here this m2 is very much large than this m1, means m1 is small, and if you divide a very small quantity with a very large quantity, then this quantity will tends to 0. Note here there is mistake in book. It is a printing mistake. They have taken here m2 upon m1 tending to 0. So this is mistake. Please make this correction. m1 upon m2 tends to 0. And if this is the case, if this tends to 0, if this is nearly 0, equation 16 will become tan theta is equals to, this term is now neglected, and only sin theta dash upon cos theta dash. So here we got tan theta dash, and if we took tan inverse on both sides, we will get theta is equals to theta dash, means scattering angle in lab frame equals to scattering angle in the center of mass frame. This implies me that when the mass of the projectile is very much small as compared to mass of target, then the scattering angles in lab and center of mass frame are equal or both are same. Now second case is if M1 and M2 are equal. So if these are equal, M1 upon M2 will become 1 since both are equal. So example is proton-proton scattering. Here example was proton-electron scattering in case 1. So if M1 and M2 are equal, the ratio is 1. Therefore equation 16 becomes tan theta is equals to sin theta dash upon 1 plus cos theta dash. Here we will take reference of these formulas. So I have converted some standard formulas in our required form, that is sin theta dash and 1 plus cos theta dash. So these are conversion of standard or fundamental formulas from mathematics to our required form. So we will substitute instead of sin theta dash this formula, and instead of this term we will substitute this formula. So by substitution, if you observe, this cos theta dash by 2 will cancel one of the term from this square, and this 2 will get cancelled with 2, and only the term will remain is sin theta dash upon 2 upon cos theta dash upon 2, and sin upon cos is nothing but tan theta dash upon 2. So here I can write tan theta is equals to tan theta dash upon 2, and if we took tan inverse on both sides we will get theta is equal to theta dash by 2. So what this relation implies me? This implies me that the scattering angle in lab system is equal to half of the scattering angle in center of mass system. And third case is if M1 is very much greater than M2, means if mass of projectile is very much greater than the mass of target, then this ratio M1 upon M2, if this M1 is very much large and M2 is very much small, this will tends to infinity, because M2 is small, we can take it as 0, and this ratio will tends to infinity. If this tends to infinity, equation 16 will become tan theta is equals to this sin theta dash upon infinity plus cos theta means infinity, and 1 upon infinity is nothing but 0. 0 into sin theta dash I will got 0. So tan theta equals to 0. This means theta is also equal to 0. And when this theta is equals to 0, that is scattering angle in the lab frame is 0, then mostly the direction of scattering is forward direction, because when scattering angle is 0 in case of lab system, that is in this picture, if this theta is 0 means angle made by M1 with this incident direction is 0, means M1 will get scattered in forward direction. So this implies me that the scattering angle is mostly in the forward direction. So this was the relation between the lab system and center of mass system, and we discuss few cases regarding this.